everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a first impression type thing on the Body Shop shade adjusting drops. I've got the Lightening version because I recently purchased the L'Oreal True Match foundation in the yellow tone shade, which is 1W, because I've usually gone for the palest one, which is 1C, which is Rose Ivory, and that fits me kind of well, but it's a bit too pink, so I decided to go for the more yellow toned this time, but this is too dark. So I wanted to try the Body Shop drops for a while now, and now I actually have a reason to, because this is the one foundation that I tend to use almost every single time I wear foundation because it is my favourite. So I'm going to try these out today and I'm going to tell you how I feel about them. These are whitening drops, so they are meant to lighten your foundation, and they come in this sort of dropper thing here, and they do have a little bit of like a pinkish undertone to them, so I'm kind of hoping it will help neutralise the L'Oreal one a little bit because it's a bit too yellow and a bit too dark. Now on my face already I've just gone through my skincare routine, so I have got a moisturiser on, and I did put an extra moisturiser over the top as a sort of primer, and I'm using the Nivea Daily Essentials Sensitive Day Cream, just because I find that the one I had underneath, which is from number 7, wasn't moisturising enough, and I quite like to have a moisturised base for this because I just think it goes on a lot smoother. So I'm going to start by grabbing a pump of this, and I am going to show you the shade difference here. I'm going to take a bit on my finger and pop a bit on the side of my neck there. Not sure how well you can see, but it is a bit too yellow and it's a bit too dark. So I'm going to leave that there, and I'm going to pop in, I don't know, start with a drop maybe. I don't know how to do this. Just like one little blob there in the centre, and I'm going to blend that in, and I'm going to see, and I'm just going to swatch it next to it there just to see if there is any. Okay, it did lighten it, so I suppose that's a good thing. And that to me looks like a much better match. It does look a little bit better. So as you can see, the regular foundation without any drops are on sort of closest to my ear here, and the one where I have mixed it in is closer to my jawline or my finger, and I do think it did lighten it a little bit, so I am going to try and run with it. Now my skin, I'm just going to pop this on my face using my fingers just to spread it out. My face is currently having what I call a freak out session, so it is super red. I do have a couple blemishes here and there. Okay, it looks like I might have to mix some more later, but I'm going to try it with this, and I'm going to use a Real Techniques sponge. I'm just going to blend away the test lines there. I'm just going to blend that out and see how that looks. I am going to run with what I have. I'm not going to bother mixing anymore. I have got a tiny bit left on my hand here, so I'm just going to spread that out. And this is pretty much my perfect colour. So for me this is definitely a good buy. I was a bit nervous about how it would work and if it would change the consistency and the texture of the foundation and do anything with the coverage. And for me this looks pretty much as it would if I just used this, but a bit more better suited to my skin tone. I don't think it changed the consistency of the foundation, and I don't really think it changed the texture or how it worked on my skin. It blended out super smoothly like it always have done, which is why it is my favourite, because I think it blends out really nicely. You don't have to use a ton. I use about a pump and a half if I want a bit of extra coverage, and I just think it looks really nice and smooth. The coverage is okay. You know, if I were to go out I would probably put on another coat, but I am staying home today and just relaxing and filming, so this works for me for more natural days. So I don't think it has done anything to the coverage. As I said, it didn't change the consistency of the foundation, and I just think, yeah, this for me was awesome. I was very surprised with how this was going to work, but I think this is great. Now this was very pricey, and you get 15 milliliters, which is not a lot, I would say, but taking into account that I used a drop for my face, so this will probably last me a while, because currently this is the only foundation I'm going to mix it into. I might try with some other ones that I have which are more sort of summer shades, so I'm saving them for summer. But I might try mixing them in to see, because they are a bit different texture and a bit sort of different coverage levels and stuff, so to see if that does change anything with them. But my first impression of this is that it is amazing. It lightened the foundation without removing coverage, and it didn't change the colour. It didn't change the consistency or the texture. It still blended out really smoothly on my skin. I'm looking over there because I have a mirror and I don't really see anything. I would go in with another coat to add more coverage, but as I said, my skin has been freaking out, so it is super red, but I love it. That's really the only thing I can say. I'm like head over heels in love with it already, and it's my first time trying it. I will be trying it out for a couple more weeks, and there will probably be like a full-on review of it if you are interested. And if you feel like you got anything out of it, let me know. If you've tried this one or the darkening one, let me know what you think about them. I don't have the darkening one because I don't think it's going to be necessary for me, because I'm pale, and the palest of foundations usually sometimes run too dark for me as well, so this is like my little backup plan. So for next time I think I might try adding in a bit more of this, because although it does matches pretty nicely, I'm quite picky, and you can sort of see the difference there and there. So I might try mixing in more to see how that works. I will leave in the description below my thoughts on this throughout the day, if it does change, if it does oxidize or anything like that. And I will also try, because I'm filming on Thursday and this is probably going to go up on Saturday, so I will be trying it out tomorrow, Friday as well, and probably also on Saturday. And I might try mixing in more or less and just sort of playing around with it a bit more, and I will let you know how it works. Please leave in the comments below if you've tried this one, or if you've tried any other sort of lightening foundations, because I know LA Girl, I think it's LA Girl, just launched a new line of foundations, and with it was a white one that's sort of nice for lightening one, and I really want to try that because I heard Kathleen Lights talk about it, but I can't get my hands on it because I don't know where I can get it in Norway that ships to me, so I'm gonna have to look a bit more into that. But if you've tried any other sort of shade adjusting products that are for lightening your foundation and concealer, let me know, because I'm all out for trying anything because I'm pale. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you again next time. Bye!